What a great day for soccer we have had so far at the Minoru Park and the Minoru Oval here in Richmond. Hi everybody, Drew Snyder with you here at the BC Soccer 2025 Provincial Championships. This is the Men's Master A Final. Port Moody Rangers against Surrey FC Pegasus.
Fans, please stand if you're able, remove your hats.
And now our national anthem.
Canadian national anthem.
They are yelling, they are cheering for the Rangers or for Pegasus, both well represented here at the Oval. We've had a couple of great games before this too. Earlier in the men's over 45, Croatia defeated Portuguese club of Vancouver 2-1 on penalty kicks. And then in the game that just finished up about an hour ago, the Women's Masters A Gorge schooled Port Moody 7-0. Mallory Hackett scored 5 of those goals, 3 in a row at one point for a natural hat trick. So here we go now with the men's A Cup final, the Masters A Cup final. Rodrigo Sidonowski is the referee. First assistant referee is Liam Abreu. And Munial Paran is the second assistant referee. Billy Cheng is working the sidelines as the fourth official. And we're just about getting ready to go. Port Moody defending the north end to our right. And Surrey Pegasus defending the south end to our left. It has been mostly sunny throughout this day. We're in a period of mostly right now. But good night, it has been windy, especially up here in the grandstand, which I believe doubles as a wind tunnel for Bombardier. But, you know, you never know. Anyway, it's been dashed cold up here, but it's been beautiful out there and a great day for soccer. So Port Moody getting set to kick off. Kind of camo uniform that Surrey Pegasus is sporting out there right now. Port Moody in their light blue. And we're just waiting, and we're underway. Port Moody controlling and working forward. That one's cut off. Now on the counterattack. That's Ray. Down the wing, hustling after it there. Working into the corner, tries to cross it, it goes out. Ray on the throw in, hands off to Nicholas Naidu, and he puts the ball into play. Ray taking it out. Port Moody ball. Long clearance shot there. Lucas Kozlowski looking for a foul but doesn't get it. Now here they come on the counter attack. Port Moody charging in. And that one goes nowhere. Back comes Surrey. In, hauled down, they're looking for it, but referee says no. It was a clean tackle. And that is not going over too well with the Surrey players. You know, it was inside the 18. Referee says nope. There's a lack of ball boys, not to be confused with the boy with the ball who's just bringing it back in and tossing that off too. Getting a nice round of applause for that too. Trevor Rosenkrantz putting it into play. And it's turned back over to Surrey Pegasus. Back out, Robin Hart trying a shot. Comes over to this side for Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz again. Down the side, trying to center it out. Cleared away nicely. Now a bit of a mix-up there, and the keeper, Andy Singh, comes out and settles things, clearing it back as far as the center stripe. Now Surrey down the left wing. That was saying the lack of anyone to retrieve the balls means we've got some delays because there's a fair bit of empty space between the back line and the end of the oval there where the fencing is. Not subject to injury time, I imagine. Picked off. That's Adam Costley picking off the ball and then losing possession of it. Okay, so I have to confess, there's a bit of a conundrum here. Is there number 36 out there? I have no idea who he is, and he's not on the roster. So I think they probably switched a few uniforms around. So we'll try to find out who that is out there. Given that he was the center forward who started the game, but with the opening tap, we probably should find out who he is. Surrey, on the other hand, letting us know who they are. Nice ball down the side there. Good cross in front, but nobody home. And again, Nick Boyd coming up with a save there to put the ball back in play. No score. We are about 5 minutes into the first half here. Men's Masters A Cup final here at the 2025 BC Provincial Soccer Championships. Nice sliding tackle to keep the ball away from moving forward for Surrey. The Surrey Pegasus takes over as the play is blown dead. Just checking on the welfare of the Port Moody player who went down. Checking to see who that is, too. Now Port Moody trying to push ahead, and that's blown down. Another player has dropped to the floor, and we got a yellow card booking going on here. Just trying to make out who it is. And until he turns around, I'm not going to be able to tell you. But that's an early yellow card given to Surrey. So free kick from about 30 yards out. Nice one, headed on, and off the crossbar, and it's in the net. Port Moody Rangers go on top. Now we really want to know who number 36 is. But a one-goal lead now, about 9 minutes into the first half. Came off the cross. It bounced around to hit that crossbar first. Bounced back and finally got put in. And Port Moody take the lead, 1-0. So now Surrey Pegasus have to dig their way out of this one. Sent down the field, a nice ball ahead there. He is onside, but there is no, oh, there is somebody home. Turns around, tries a shot, just missed. Nice little bit of defensive work by Port Moody. Greg Guinan managed to get a leg on that and steer it out of harm's way. In fact, they're calling that a goal kick now, that it went off a Surrey player. So Port Moody with a goal that has brought this crowd to life. Eric Ray is the one who got carded on that, the Surrey Pegasus player earlier than that. And then coming off that, of course, that led to the goal. Blocked again at the defense. Hits a leg and now it's kicked out of bounds. A nice piece of defensive work there by Port Moody as they all just collapsed down there to hold off that charge by Surrey Pegasus. Nicholas Naidu inbounding it for Sucre. Naidu trying to get away from his check, but he's kind of triple teamed there, and they finally get the, no, he gets it back again. Now it's taken away by Aldridge. Oman Aldridge. Long lead pass, it's broken up. Naidu. Back to. And now it's cleared back in, goes right back to the keeper. Try this one again. In hockey, they call it forechecking, and right now Port Moody is doing it very well indeed. And that's proving to be a source of frustration for Surrey Pegasus right now as they're trying to clear it and it just gets blocked again. So Port Moody with possession. Corner kick. Chris Cerrone will take the kick. Jostling for position in front there. The ball comes bouncing back out again. It comes right back to the back line. Rosenkrantz now. Long pass in for his mate down there in the corner. Crossing in front. Header. But knocked away. Still alive. And what do we got going on down there? Small foul. And so the ball goes back to Surrey. Just about 14 minutes gone in the first half. Port Moody leading Surrey Pegasus 1-0. On the goal by the mystery man, number 36 out there. Off a free kick, which had followed a yellow card. I make it sound like there's some big connection there, except that there was a yellow card and there was a free kick. No real sermon about fair play or anything like that that's going with that, so don't worry about it. Now Whitaker. It's a head almost loses it there, gets it back again. Whitaker again. No, you got to come back and do it again properly. Give them credit for a nice try. That's Robin Hart with the ball. Give away to Rob Giesen. Nice ball into the middle. Bill Smith going after it. Can't quite make contact. And Andy Singh, the Surrey keeper, comes up with the ball. Once again, some nifty defensive work to get the ball away from the Surrey player. On the turnaround, it comes back to Naidu. Naidu plays it back to Adam Costley. Costley gets a hold of it, puts it up. That one's knocked down, and back comes Port Moody. Port Moody still breaking up those attempts at getting something together on the attack for Surrey. Smith jostling there. With Michael Revel. And Port Moody keeps the ball. Smith, Revel getting up there with a high kick. And they're calling that because Revel went down. Could just as easily have called a dangerous kick on that one. We saw that called a lot in the over 45 men's final earlier. A lot of dangerous kicks, and they weren't really high kicks, just that, well, I guess at that age, mind you, I shouldn't talk about that age. You know, those guys are in incredible shape. I hope I'm in that kind of shape when I'm 45. Anybody who knows me will know this is my 69th birthday, so let's just say that ship not only sailed, but it's been sold off for scrap. Let's get back to this game as we sort things out. A drop ball. Rob Giesen. Jimmy Thompson. Ahead now for Whitaker. Whitaker Down the left flank and into touch. Sun is back out now, so it's very nice. And also the wind has died down, thankfully, looking at the flags again. Surrey trying to clear it, and they can't do it. Hart with it. Comes back out, and big sliding tackle there that upended the Surrey player. Can't make out who went down, but he is trying to milk this one, and the referee steps in between them because tempers are starting to flare, and a yellow card comes out. And getting booked on that play is Port Moody's number 24, Greg Guinan. Now more tempers, getting a little bit testy out there. So referee Zadnilski getting in there and trying to break things up and trying to keep a lid on this too. In the meantime, they're still tending to the Surrey player who is down. Can't make out who that is. Okay, things are starting to settle down now. It's a championship game. Of course, tempers are going to get a little bit testy out there. That's Michael Revel, who is down. Now he is up and waiting for the referee to blow the play in again. There we go. Naidu playing it back, all the way back. Revel has to chase it back, and he plays it back to his keeper, Andy Singh. Setting that one down the field. Now a race for it, and it's nodded back, but it goes over the back line. What are they calling it? It's going to be a corner kick, of course. Low corner, knotted just wide of the net. Nice play, not quite executed the way it should have been, but a great play in front. And again, wait while the keeper goes to pick up the ball. About 22 minutes gone. So about halfway through the first half. Port Moody leading 1-0. On a crazy goal that pinballed its way into the net off a free kick. Now what? Another free kick. Whitaker again with it. Losing it. Here's a chance in front for Surrey. Getting in place, the shot. Nice save! Nick Boyd coming up with a big save there. That's his first big test, and he got it. Port Moody on the counterattack. Broken up there at the back line. And now what? Someone's getting a card. Let's drag Sajan. Getting booked for that high kick. Excuse me, not Sajan. That's Nicholas Naidu, number 15. A lot of jostling going on down in the Port Moody zone, and now the referee has had to go in there and try to sort out people as they're all kind of lined up around the about 40 yards out from the Port Moody goal. Now another discussion going on. This time that's Chris Cerrone trying to sort things out with the referee. Now Cerrone and Naidu exchanging pleasantries. They're laughing about it, so I guess right now it's not that big a deal. It will be, eventually. Naidu looking for a shot, drifts one up, just missed it by that much. Nice. We got quite the crowd on hand here for this one here at the Minaroo Oval. Certainly more than we had out there. But, you know, you've got Port Moody, you've got Surrey, you've got a lot of people coming out for this one. So it's a great time right here. And they're sort of divided along their parochial lines. Long ball into the middle. Some people in the crowd calling for a handball on that one. Referee says, play on. Chasing it down is Michael Revel. And it goes down into touch. Hustling quickly to pick it up is Suk Ray. Ray again. Attempting to put it in there, and it's cleared away, but it hits somebody in the penalty area. Now it's cleared off by Rosenkrantz, gets it all the way up to midfield. Surrey now trying to press into the Port Moody zone. Another high kick, and another yellow card is coming out. This time, if he would turn around, but it looks like Jonathan Whitaker has got the book for that one. Surrey is up and checking on his mate. It's Gurjit Dhaliwal who's on the limp right now. Pegasus on the free kick. Curling it nicely into the box and nodded neatly away by Port Moody, and here they come on the counter-attack. And that's taken very neatly away by Surrey. Surrey is not rolling over. They are certainly showing that they deserve to get a couple more, get a goal of themselves. But the big chance they had a few minutes ago was the one that was snuffed out by goalie Nick Boyd. Whitaker. Long ball, Smith trying to catch up to it. He can't. It's gobbled up by goalie Singh. Surrey trying to clear it. That gets knocked down. It comes back over to Costley. Long pass down the left flank there. Nice ball into the box. A shot way wide. It's about 27 minutes gone in the first half. Port Moody on top, 1-0 with a goal about 5 minutes into it by the man we're calling Bill Smith right now, as he was the last one to touch in a weird scramble in front of the net coming off a free kick. Port Moody looking a little nonchalant trying to clear it out there. Now they managed to get control, except I spoke too soon. Comes back and it's kicked into touch. I don't know if you're hearing the wind that is coming through, but it gets dashed windy right now. It's got wind coming out of the southwest right now, and it's pretty stiff now. The flags are coming out again. So if you're hearing that, my apologies. I've got a wind sock on the mic, but it's there's only so much wind that it can sock, if you catch my drift. Nice clearance there by Rebel. Smith turning with it, clearing it. Down the way, race for it. Singh is to come out and take charge on that one. Back into touch, still Port Moody's ball. Now what? Appears there was a foul on that play. The ball comes back out. Nicholas Naidu about to put the ball back into play.
I didn't even see that.
And yet another yellow card comes out. Who is our lucky winner this time? Looks like it's Port Moody's Steve Frizzell. So Naidu sets up for the direct free kick. I think he's going to back them up a little bit. If that's 10 yards, I'm a ball legal. There they go. It's got to give them 10 yards. Quite frankly, the way some of these better players kick, I would give them all the yardage they want before trying to block it. But that's why, as a soccer player, I make a better announcer. The shot blocked at the wall and cleared. Nice job of clearing by Port Moody. Their defense has been really, well, both sides have had really good defense in this one, but this is one that's been particularly frustrating, I think, for Surrey. Turns over to Port Moody. Shea Fortunato has come on for Port Moody in the all the various discussions that we've had out there, and I'm sorry to say I missed that one coming out. Rosenkrantz on the throw-in. Nice job there by Singh to keep the ball from falling into the wrong feet at that point. As he had Fortunato bearing down on him. Now Cerrone. He is handing out business card. Oh, that's a red card. Cerrone is gone. Chris Cerrone has run for his second yellow card of the game. And now Port Moody is really going to have to shore up their defense here because they've got the lead, but Surrey Pegasus have got the extra man. Referee's been trying to keep a lid on things here, but he's been handing out cards like a businessman at an Elks convention. Best I could do on short notice. Any Elks, I apologize, just in case. Port Moody back with the ball. Smith trying to corral that one. Did a nice job, but not against a double team like that. Nice job to keep the ball in play. Naidu. Ray. Looking for the cross. Glances it off the back of one of the defenders. Now Ravel comes up with it. Naidu in front. Nodded away nicely by the defense at the back line there. And Port Moody brings the ball back. Long lead pass there for Fortunato. Can he get to it in time? No, he can't. That went into touch. 1-0 Port Moody. We have just gone about 36 minutes into the first half. On a blustery but sunny and warm day here at Minaroo Oval in Richmond. That one's cleared downfield. Jag Sajan watches it go back to Andy Singh. And now Surrey comes back. Sajan. Sajan again. Long pass down the flank. Nodded nicely back there by the defense, but it comes right back out again. Ray tries to punch it through, and that's cleared away. Smith running onto it, and it could get to it, but he ran off. I think he thought that he was offside at that point. Smith again, coming through, tries to get it. He's run off the ball just inside the box. And Surrey comes back again. Pegasus still not able to get that shot on goal, but they are just pushing back as hard as they can right now. I think at this point, Port Moody is very glad they got that early goal there. How are we doing for time on this? 38th minute now. Long clearance downfield. Smith trying to run onto it, gets to it first, comes off his chest, goes towards the touchline, and it goes out and it's handed over to Surrey. Port Moody players can't believe it. But there have been so many yellow cards going out right now, I don't think anybody wants to argue anymore, you know what I mean? Down the left flank. Back towards the center stripe. It's Naidu with it. Naidu trying to put it in front. But Nick Boyd dives on it and holds that. Smith and Fortunato both trying to get to the ball. Sorry, that's Aldridge. Singh comes out to smother it and send it back downfield again. Except that one goes right out of the park. Ray trying to corral it. He does. Nice little move there to keep control. Now Ray. Got long shot blocked at the defense. Ray again with a shot. That pops up and it rolls down to Boyd. And he holds on to it, just kind of camps on it for a while to make sure everybody is nicely gone away. Now he can put it back into play. Okay. Ray pushing it through. Can't catch up to it. Another good idea, but just didn't quite work out. Here's Ray. Hi, do brother. The shot. Ow! That's going to leave a mark. Back in front. Quick turn. Nice move around there. Also good defense. Another shot blocked by the defense. They're screaming for a handball down there. And he's referee's not calling it. He's telling everyone go away. Don't want to hear about it. Is he going to go to the yellow card again? Shouldn't think so. Nope, he's not. That was Jimmy Thompson who got his bell or some part of his anatomy rung on that one. He's now back up, sort of, but you can see him. He's kind of bent double over in front of the net. Corner kick now for Surrey. They're going to flood that zone. Nice. Right through everybody, though. And that's it for the first half. With the score, Port Moody Rangers 1, Surrey Pegasus 0. Take a 15-minute break and come back with the second half here. Drew Snyder with you here at the 2025 BC Soccer Provincial Championships. Glad to have you with us here as we head into the last half of this first day of play. We'll be back. So we move now to the second half of this Men's Masters A Cup. We can also, since he's got his back to us now and you can see his number, we can also end the crushing suspense. Who was the goal scorer? I've been calling him Bill Smith for much of the first half. His name is on the roster. We didn't have the number for him. There was nothing that corresponded. Number 36 is Cliff Huxtable. Very much a presence out there, very physical, and as you saw in those, I mean, he's the one who got that goal, and he is the one who's been really pressing things down there at the other end. So now we can answer that. Hey, remember, there's going to be more soccer coming up this weekend. This is the last of the games today here at the Oval. Tomorrow, we got the Women's A Cup and the Men's A Cup. The women play at noon, the men at 3, right here at the Minoru Oval, and over on Field 2, the men's B Cup goes at 11:30. The women's B Cup is at 2:30, and it's all happening here. So if you're around, come on down, join it. We got a big crowd here this evening now. And they are, as I have said before, pretty much divided on sectarian lines between Pegasus supporters from Surrey and Port Moody supporters as well. So it's been great, and we've had a great day. You know, as I mentioned before, the first game, Croatia beating Portuguese club of Vancouver on penalty kicks. It came down to a 2-1 victory, and Croatia had the run of the play throughout, so, you know, totally deserved it. And then in the Women's Masters A Cup, Gorge dismantled Port Moody Rangers 7-0 with Mallory Hackett scoring 5 of those goals, including a run of 3, which would be a natural hat trick, right? But you know, sandwiched in between 2 other goals and 2 other goal scorers, too. 7-0, that final score there, too. So we're just getting set to go. Surrey about to do the kickoff. Port Moody leading 1-0 in the Men's Masters A Cup. And we're underway. Port Moody Rangers once again defending the south end to our left and knocking the ball into touch down at the byline there. The sun is back out, the shadows getting longer as the evening progresses. But it's been just a lovely day for soccer. Corner kick to Surrey. Once again, some clogging going on in front of the Port Moody goal. Nice cross in front. A chance, and once again, and look who it is. It's Huxtable blocking that one and setting that one off into touch. And a throw-in this time, not a corner. Nice long throw-in, nodded away, cleared nicely. Huxtable getting the ball on this near side, trying to work his way around. And starts to clear it, but he can't. Comes back out to Aldridge. Aldridge with it. Cross-field pass. Into the middle, attempted a bicycle kick, nicely done. And so Nick Boyd slides out and smothers it and sends everybody off downfield. So he throws it. Rangers turning, losing it, and getting it back again, just putting it just over center. Back comes Surrey. Deep tour. Back to Ravel. Michael Ravel, the big backliner, setting it down into the middle. tour. And to get it in, stumbles, and referee calls that a foul. It's Kozlowski who went down on that one. Chetan Judy preparing to put the ball in play. Set piece, there it goes in front, bounces up, still loose and cleared away just by, I've said this before, that Port Moody has got some tremendous defenders back there, and they just make that play beautifully so that if Nick Boyd can't get hold of it, a defender is there to clear it away. And we just saw it again there. Everyone starts moving downfield. Nice long corner down to the middle. Huxtable goes up for it, loses that in the air. Just underway here in the second half here at Minaroo Oval. Port Moody Rangers leading Surrey Pegasus 1-0 in this Men's Masters A Cup final. Port Moody takes over the ball after it goes into touch. Throw in too far for Huxtable, cleared back in. Now it's cleared down to the left flank. And it comes all the way back to the edge of the penalty box. And they'll start this one again. Judy. Long lead pass down the way. Boyd comes out to take care of that one. Referee Rodrigo Sednowski been trying to keep a lid on things. I think he suspects that there is going to be a fair bit of rough stuff, kind of like that we saw there. He's given out, I've lost track, half a dozen yellow cards so far, plus a red card. Because remember that Port Moody is now down a player as they lost Chris Cerrone late in the first half with a red card violation. So he's gone, so now they are playing a man short. Hoping to get that one kind of home run goal that could put this out of reach. 1-0 so far. Long pass into the penalty area and just can't make that one click. Pegasus coming back out again. Judy being watched by Huxtable. Long shot, way high. Which is a pity because Judy had some players just moving into position there. He could have kept it low. Says the guy who hasn't made a proper soccer shot in his life, but that's a whole other thing. I think in the 6th grade I did. It goes back a few years. Corner kick. Nice one into the box, nodded away by, once again, the Port Moody defense. Clears that one away. Judy. Nodding it ahead for Anderson. Back to Judy. Now Tour. Deep Tour. Judy. Putting it in front. Cleared back to the keeper. He can't be nonchalant as he had two Pegasus players closing in on him, but Boyd got rid of it. Now they play it back to their keeper, Andy Singh, who's been solid back there too. That one goal was just so crazy. You know, you can't fault him on that one. Race for it. Tour charging in, looking to cross. Putting it ahead. Nice ball there, staying in the air. Trying to keep it down there. Still in possession for Surrey. Now there's a collision. Don't tell me. Amazing. He's not booking anybody for that one. I don't mean to sound sarcastic. It just seemed like there were a lot of yellow cards going out there. And, you know, perhaps they were merited. They probably were. And as I say, he's trying to keep a lid on it in case things would get testy. It's Port Moody against Surrey. Things get testy between two sides there. So no criticism of the referee. Now he's making sure they're 10 yards back. I can see Judy on this side. I can't tell who the other is who's lining up to could be taking the free kick. It's Judy anyway. Lets it go, and it's punched away by Boyd. Still not clear, and Boyd now grabs it and shuts that one down. Some excellent play by Nick Boyd back in nets. Coming down, a shot, a try for goal. No, not quite. Oman Aldridge had a great chance there and just didn't get the right spin on it. So Surrey comes back. Tour challenging for it. Ball goes into touch. Greg Geenan on the throw-in. Huxtable working his way around, looking for a shot. He gets it, but it's not very strong. And it just rolls down to Andy Singh. Surrey coming back. Here's a chance down the side. It's just forced out, and what's he calling? It's a corner kick. Still about 35 minutes to go in this men's Masters A Cup. Port Moody clinging to a 1-0 lead, playing one man down as they lost one of their players to a red card. Chris Cerrone got got run out late in the first half. Another goal kick. Didn't seem to go to anybody except to a Surrey player, and now it's forced out of bounds. Greggy now challenging for it. Ball goes way down into touch, and it will be Port Moody throw-in. Greggy now again, getting up there, almost gave it away. And again, it's Port Moody ball in the throw-in. Greggy now is asking, was that a penalty? No, not a penalty, but a foul, you know what I mean. Says no, just simply went into touch. Again, the Surrey attack just doesn't amount to anything. And again, we wait for the ball to be retrieved. They have the Red Truck Beer food truck here. It's just closed up. You can still smell the aroma of fries and other things there. So, hey, remember that. If you come down here, don't eat lunch. Go and pick up something at Red Truck because they got some nice-looking stuff there. Including beer, but you got to be 19 or older to buy that. But you know that. I don't know if you can hear the kids there. There are certainly Rangers fans here. Oh, that's great. There's one little girl down there who's got a nice big can of Coca-Cola in her hand. That would be all she and her parents would need at this stage in the evening. Excitement. And a drink that's got lots of sugar and caffeine in it. That's what they need, isn't it? Okay. Long goal kick that comes down at midfield again. Keeping it in. Very nice job done. By Adam Costley to keep it in. Costley again with the ball now. Putting it in, punching it up to the middle. A nice little turnaround kick to clear it out of the way there. Huxtable looking for it, can't get it. It's punched back down and all the way back down the field. Looks like at this stage in the game, Port Moody is just going to settle back and just defend this one-goal lead and not run the risk of sending somebody down there and suddenly being down two players on the counterattack. Here it comes back down to Boyd. Nick Boyd gathering it in. And again, sends people downfield. Nice long punt that time. Coming down. Aldridge gets knocked down. He's looking for a foul but doesn't get it. And back they come. Ryan Powell, who's out there now for the first time. Ryan Powell handing it off to Judy. Judy losing it. Comes in front now. Nice little attempt at putting it through there for Aldridge. But that one's broken up. Just over an hour gone in this match. So about just under 30 minutes to go. Port Moody leading 1-0. Judy working in front, looking for a shot, gets it blocked again by a leg. Keeping it in, nice shot, just skims over the bar. Off the boot of Lucas Alves Kozlowski. Another goal kick for Port Moody. Huxtable, Aldridge. Gizem was looking for a foul. They called one, but it was on him and not on one of the Surrey players. Now running it down, Kozlowski. Kozlowski still with it. Plays it back. Long ball over to this side. Running onto it quickly is Bahia. Paul Bahia. Losing it now, and Huxtable comes up with it. Turning with it. Tries to just clear it to the side, and it goes right back to a Surrey player. Once again, Port Moody just content to clear the ball as much as possible and keep it from becoming a problem. That nearly was a big problem there as they went to play it back to Nick Boyd. And it looks like Surrey Pegasus has stationed, very wisely stationed one of their reserves behind the net to make sure there is as little time lost in collecting the ball as possible. Because right now time is not their friend. Neither was a play like that going down the side. It's still in touch. It's still in play, rather. Coming back in, looking for a shot. Triple team shot. Nice save by Singh. He blocks it and he hangs on. And then quickly throws it back out. Great play to try to put this one away. As Rob Gieson just took off down there. It was a breakaway and three guys converging on him. And a great save by Andy Singh. Unofficially, about 25 minutes left in regulation. And we've had another name taking. Looks like Jonathan Whitaker getting booked this time by referee Zedunelski. Here they come back again. Costly. Off to the side. One attempt at a corner, and they are going to get a corner out of that one. Some signs of frustration appearing to show on some of the Port Moody players as they figure the calls aren't going their way, and they would very much like to hold on to a one-goal lead with a one-man disadvantage. Looks like Chudy going over there to take the corner. Once again, a flooded zone in front. And another dangerous ball in the middle, and another nice defensive play by the back line. That time was David Chohan clearing the ball away from a position just beside the post. There we try again. Bouncing up into the middle. Surrey with a shot that scoots wide of the net. And calling a corner kick again as it went in went out off a Port Moody player. In fact, Nick Boyd can't believe that they called that a corner. It's been a lot of arguing the officiating. Another header that just scoots wide of the net. And again, this time a goal kick. So again, everyone stacks up at around about midfield. Right now, it appears that the Port Moody player is trying to keep Surrey from getting to the ball, and Surrey is trying to keep the Port Moody players from getting behind them to get that second goal. Right now, though, Surrey on the attack. And it went off the byline, and this time, yeah, it's a goal kick. Goal kick. About 20 minutes to go now. Of course, all the official time is on the field. We haven't had any substitutions so far this second half. A few players came on at the break. But so far, everyone is going with the same lineup. We'll see how that changes. Usually about the last 5 minutes, they'll start putting people in, especially if it might look like a tie, because they went straight to the tiebreaker in the earlier draw this afternoon. Loose ball in the box, kicked away. Huxtable looking for it, and it comes out of bounds, and it will be a Port Moody ball. Greg Guinan taking his time. Huxtable calling for the ball. He wants it. Greg Guinan puts it in and gets it back, and it goes out of bounds. That little dipsy-doodle maneuver with Rob Gieson just didn't quite work out. Now Huxtable with it, coming down the right flank. Gieson moving into position, takes the ball from him. Working to the side, double-teamed, rolls up, and rolls into touch. And the referee assistant had his flag up even before it went into touch, so it's kind of hard to tell if he was calling a foul or what. At any rate, it comes back to Port Moody. That's Shea Fontinato with it. Setting it back to Greg Guinan. Ahead for Aldridge. Aldridge couldn't hang on to it. Greg Guinan fires it back to middle, and it's nodded away, and it's picked up by Coatley. Coasley. Back in front. A chance Turning, getting the shot away, wide. And there you see the picture of frustration there, picking himself up. Chetan Juti could not believe he couldn't get a decent shot away. Well, it was a decent shot, it just wasn't on net. Surrey gets the ball back. Punching it in the middle. Trying to get it in front, nodded away by the defense. Now again, another chance. Winding up for the shot, deflected, way up. And into touch again for another goal kick. Oh, no, my mistake. It's a corner. Nice ball in front. Good attempt. Oh, it didn't quite work that way, and he wound up tackling himself on the slide. Now it comes in front, a shot. Boyd makes the save and hangs on. And I would say that Boyd is probably a good candidate for Player of the Game honors. Huxtable. Now we're going to have some substitutions coming in, it looks like. Especially the player down, and apparently with a cramp. It's Rich Norman, who took a fall, and they were trying to stretch out his muscles. So now coming into the match, turnaround, because I missed what the fourth official put up. So two subs coming in for Port Moody as we head into the final stages of this match. So one is number 20, Tino Kuka. And the other, turn around, mate, is number 16. That's J.J. Dubin. So Tino Kuka and J.J. Dubin coming on in the late stages here. Dubin going back for it and just watches it roll into touch. Singh, nice clearance. And if you can't see it here with the camera angle, but his dog-eat-dog to try to find the ball. It's worse than being in a baseball game. Ball goes into the stands. Here comes Surrey, trying again. Costly, turning with it. Gets it back to Tour. Deep Tour. Plays it all the way back to Michael Ravel. Ravel, a long pass down the right flank, but that goes right down to Nick Boyd. And once again, he sends everybody back downfield. Now, a nice ball coming up for Port Moody, but he hits a moonshot instead. And the ball turns over to Surrey. And at this stage, I would say the main thing is keep Surrey pinned in their own end rather than actually go for the goal. We're going to be watching soon to see how much time added on is announced as the ball gets cleared up. Picked off by Fortunato. Can't hang on to it. Back comes Surrey. Remember, Port Moody is playing down a man right now as that one just scooted wide of the net. As they lost Chris Cerrone late in the first half for the red card. And so they've been playing shorthanded since then and clinging to that lead. So that's something to keep in mind here, just how they have been still managing to not act like they're playing shorthanded, quite frankly, except for the fact they're not pressing as hard right now to try to get another goal. Some might think that's a scenario for a very boring piece of soccer, but quite frankly, this has been a very entertaining game. Certainly the people here are enjoying it. The kids down front waving their flags for Port Moody Rangers. As Huxtable chases the ball down the left flank again, comes back to Singh, and he just plays it forward. Now the Pegasus fans are taking up the chant, and the ball is cleared into touch again. It'll be another corner kick. Seems to be some confusion down there. It may not have been no, it's not. They're calling a foul on that play, not a corner kick. And into touch it goes again. Ball goes over to Port Moody. About 8 minutes left by my clock. Surrey on the attack, and a nice transition move there. Huxtable working down the right flank, puts on the brakes, tripped over the hash marks. He's hollering for a foul. This is one of those things where why bother hollering? He's not going to call it. Get up again and get back into the game. Once again, Boyd shuts it down. You know, that's the funny thing. That you see a player go down, they appeal for a foul, they holler for it. I have yet to see a referee go, doggone, you're right, I missed that. That's a foul. No, it doesn't work that way. And yet people do try. They try. Oh, how they try. Huxtable again, offside. Deep tour. Kozlowski. Long ball into the middle. And it's just taken away and cleared back no further than center. Kozlowski with some nifty moves there. Now he hands it off. Where some more nifty moves there by and an interesting diving non-save by the keeper, Nick Boyd. Now, folks, I'm an idiot. I've been calling the wrong goalkeeper. I've got two guys listed here as keepers. Nick Boyd is actually number 0. Serjan Djekanovic is number 1, and I just saw the 1 on the goalie's jersey. Djekanovic. Oh, somebody just went down, looks like a cramp. Because he went down without any provocation. He's back up again. That was Jimmy Thompson. Moody. Surrey trying again. They've got a chance down the right flank with only a couple of Port Moody players there. Everyone's now closing in, and again, that pass just is blocked and knocked out of bounds. It's another corner kick. Now time is really running out. What are we up to? About 3 minutes to go. I haven't seen any indication of injury time, which might be coming up. Kozlowski again. Would have been 3 points in football. Just saying. This time it's a goal kick. Rich Norman taking the kick. Norman with a nice clearance. Kozlowski bounces around there. Looking for the shot, and a beautiful sliding tackle to break that one up. Huxtable just kicks it down to the left side, and into touch it goes. Long ball that just gets nodded into touch on the far side. It's thrown in, Huxtable jostling for it. It goes out of bounds again. This time it's a throw in to Surrey. Tour had to hustle quickly to pick that one up as it wasn't a good pass. And he had a Port Moody player bearing down on him, but he managed to clear it. Back it comes. And out again. Sorry? Just a couple, 3 minutes left in regulation. Haven't seen what the any time added on would be. Probably if we were having a pool here, which we're not. Here we are. Going to do 4 minutes of time added on. So another 4 minutes of this. Another 4 minutes of opportunity for Surrey to tie this thing up. Men's Masters A Cup. Surrey Pegasus and Port Moody Rangers. And right now Port Moody leading 1-0 on a goal by Cliff Huxtable at about the 5-minute mark, and they have hung on to that. Even though they lost one of their players to a red card. As Chris Cerrone, who got run late in the first half, and so they've been playing with just 10 men against 11 for Surrey. This is very sweet. There is a young woman down there who is holding up a sign that says, "Go, Dad, go," which gives you an idea of the age of the players here. Free ball, nice, great save by Serjan Jankovic, and that may have just done the game right there. That ball was labeled, and he got onto it, held on, and smothered it. What a great save. Now Surrey pushing back again. Kozlowski looking for a chance there. Comes back out, tried to clear it, pops back up and goes into touch, and that'll be another goal kick. No, corner again. It was very hard from this angle. I'm going to make an excuse, hard from this angle to see exactly where he was pointing the flag. It goes up, quick, and cleared out. Okay, so what's the deal here? Oh, my. It looked like it was in, or that somebody hit the netting. And Jokanovic is hot. And I don't know if it's because they were calling it a goal or if it's because now we got another red card on the field. As things flared up big time in that melee in front of the Port Moody net. So somebody is getting a run out of the game again. So off the corner, it bounced up. It looked like it hit the crossbar. And from this angle, it was hard to see if it stayed out or if it actually hit the top of the net. But the net did bulge at the top. And then we had a big row. And now everyone seems to be separated, but I saw a red card go up at some point, but I haven't seen anybody leave. So see if things are going to calm down now. But there have been so many chances for Surrey to tie this up. And of course, we don't have, I shouldn't say of course, one of our problems is we don't have communication with the fourth official, so we can't get it confirmed directly what exactly is going on, but he did have a red card out. Oh, now he's showing the red card to Andy Singh, the goalie. And he's called the game. That was it. So, after a wild finish, Port Moody Rangers have won the BC Soccer 2025 Provincial Masters A Cup, defeating Surrey 1-0, playing all of the second half and part of the first half with just 10 players. So a wild finish and a very jubilant Port Moody team. So hang in, because we're going to have the announcement of the player of the game and the presentation of the championship medals as well. So thank you for joining us. It has been such an entertaining finish to this game. Don't forget, we got 4 more soccer matches tomorrow, 2 here at the Oval and 2 over on field number 2. The matches at the Oval are the Women's A Cup at noon and the Men's A Cup at 3 o'clock. The women, it's Gorge Team Sales out of Victoria against Coastal FC. And then for the men, it's Port Moody Premier against BB5 United. That's for the men's A Cup. And then over on field 2, the men's B Cup goes at 11:30. Gastown Astros against Fusion. And the women's B Cup is at 2:30. Comox Valley United from the island against Surrey FC Pegasus. And it looks like the Surrey team has already left the field. not sticking around for their silver medals. And Port Moody is still hanging out there. I'm not seeing the table coming out either for the awards. You see tournament director Jack Bailey motioning everybody back from the fences. Okay, no, the Surrey team have not left. They are still back there at their bench. And I see the trophies coming out. So they'll be moving those into position. And so just stick around with us for a moment and we'll give that. We've also got the player of the game announcement to come as well. So over to the north side of the field, we can watch the Port Moody players. They're already throwing the Gatorade bucket and and jumping and so forth. The Surrey players are just waiting for the presentations. So here we go. We're about ready for the presentations.
Congratulations to both teams in today's men's and women's cup final. These are the presenters from BC Soccer, Ralph Joy, BC Soccer, Vice President on Health, as well as Vince Greco, the Executive Director of the Vancouver Island Soccer League.
So we're about to have the presentation of the most valuable player.
Please give a hand to the Surrey FC Pegasus.
And now they're the Port Moody players went and got their children to come out, and now the children are the ones handing out the medals, silver and gold, and so they're helping to pass out the silver medals to the members of Surrey Pegasus, and the gold medals to the members of Port Moody. Port Moody Rangers. And we can tell you as well that the most valuable player, the player of the game, is Serjan Jakanovic, the goalkeeper for the Port Moody Rangers, as he really kept them in the game and kept things from getting out of hand. Was worth many, and they're just making the announcement now, worth many goals and thwarted chances there.
Port Moody Rangers, number 1, Serjan Jakanovic.
And there's the announcement. And if we could have awarded a tie, personally, I would have also given it to Andy Singh, the goalie with Surrey, because he was amazing, the number of stops he made, and only let him 1 goal throughout that whole game. So, both goalies tremendous. Serjan, the one who really kept them in it after that time.
And now, for our gold medal presentation, let's hear it for the 2025 BC Soccer Men's Masters 8 Cup champions, the Port Moody Rangers.
So that's it from the Minaroo Oval for today at the 2025 BC Soccer Provincial Championships. Do join us tomorrow for the Women's A Cup at noon. Katie Hamilton on the call with that. And the Men's A Cup at 3. Tom Johnston calling the play-by-play for that one. I'm Drew Snyder. Thank you for joining us. Good night from the Richmond Minaroo Oval.